Good morning. You're welcome to this new session of the practical session. That means computer practical. You open your manual and we proceed. We were on the previous task we did was 3.5, and now we are doing task 3.6. And let me just open the task. This is the task 3.6. Say a new bill calculator. Let us read our instruction carefully before we open the spreadsheet program, which is Excel, Microsoft Office Excel. Let me read. Say, consider the hypothetical data of Ineo's 12 customers for a particular month. 1. Enter the information on table 3.6 below using a suitable spreadsheet package. 2. Merge and center the range A1 to each 2. 3. What is the name of the spreadsheet package you used? Now they say 4. Insert the following formulas in corresponding cell in the worksheet. A formula to compute the number of units of electricity consumed. Write the formula in the space provided below. NB, number of units consumed in current reading minus previous reading. So D4. DB, a formula to compute the unit price of each customer for electricity consumed, given that the price per unit of electricity consumed is 70 francs CFA if the number of units consumed is less than 1 or less 110 L 65 francs CFA. Write the formula in the space provided below. Okay, when you turn the page of your manual, you will see this other page as you will see on my screen. Let me open the spreadsheet program, which is Excel. You come on your search tab and you just type the Excel. From there you will see the version of the office you're using. Mine is 2013. I'll enter, click on it, and it will load. Okay, since they said from the question you have been asked to enter the information on table 3.6, I'll take a blank workbook. 3.6, as you see, these are columns. I said columns are letters, while rows are numbers. You say this table 3.6 is from A to H. Then we are just going to work from A to H. Then they said let me type. They said Eneo bill calculator. Let me highlight this one. Let me minimize and type Eneo, capital letter, Eneo bill calculator. Okay, then from the question they said merge all. First of all, let us type everything before we do all the formatting. Say row 1 and 2 are occupied by Eneo bill calculator. Then from the level of 3, on row 3, you then write the different titles. Take it as customer ID. Go to the next column, write previous reading. Go to the next, write current reading. Oh, sorry. Come here, let me click here and write reading. Be fast. Reading and number of units consumed. Go to the next, write unit price and bills excluding tax. The next, write tax amount. Write bills including tax including tax. Okay, you see everything is here. Then we go and row 4. Row 4, you then write is from 1 to 15. If you want, you write 1, 2, and so for bird. I'll give you an easy formula for you to generate it automatically. You can write the equal sign. Since I told you every time you want to enter a formula, you need to write an equal sign. Write equal sign, you click on this cell, or you highlight this cell as you see. You then put +1. Since it's been incremented by 1, you then put enter. You see it becomes a 2. For you to multiply or to perform this calculation till you attain 15, which is normally on row 18, you come here, and when you see this small cross, this sign, which is like a plus sign, you left click and maintain the left key, and you just drag till row 18, and you see it will calculate, or you add, increment the previous number till you reach the number that you want to reach. Then I'll go on row B and then write the different numbers. Is 24, 5, 1, 3, 4, 15, 201, 2180, say 1892, 2123, 40, 3153, 461, 3110, 1356, 7838. Okay, then I think that is all. We go the second column, or column C. You just type fast 5222, 15262, 2286, 1962, 2166, 196, 3198, 3320, 3190, 1401, and 7873. Okay, this all the data have been entered. Then you see, you write from here, which is row 16, customer 13. You write your total, and write your column. Then on 15, you write here tax. Write the tax rate. Write the tax rate, and on here, which is column C, you write 19.5. Okay, everything is clear. I think all the different information have been entered. And if you go and read the question from the question, the same question 2, because we did question 1, which is open a suitable spreadsheet, which has been opened and entered information. Then they say merge and center the range. A1 to H2 is A1 to H2. I mean from here till here, A1 to H2. You first of all highlight, then you come. Let me maximize it. They say merge. Let me merge it. See, they say merge and center. See, this is merge and center, but from our question, we see that the NAO bill is little bit up. You come here, you can click on this one, it goes up. See, everything is done automatically. Then we go on again. We see our question. They say, what is the name of the spreadsheet package you need? You write Excel. Just write Excel, Microsoft Office Excel. That's the answer. Now question 4 say insert the following formula in corresponding cell in the worksheet. A formula to compute the number of units of electricity consumed. Write the formula in the space provided below. That means cell D4. That means for us to have cell D4, let us first look where is D4. This is D, this is D4. This is where your formula needs to be. Say D4. Then they say D4. Then the number of units consumed in current reading the number of units consumed is current reading minus previous reading. You see, where is the current reading? This is the current reading here. You do minus the previous reading. It's just, that's an easy formula. That's arithmetic. You just enter your equal sign to activate, to tell Excel that you want to enter a formula. Okay, this is a current reading minus the previous reading, and you just enter for you. And I told you, if you have followed the previous tutorial, you will see that, and I told you that whenever you want to copy a formula, you just come here, and then this is known as a reference cell or a reference cell, because there is absolute cell reference and there is relative. Sorry, there is relative and there is absolute. This is a relative cell reference, and which means that it can be changed or it can be altered. Meanwhile, in absolute, you cannot change it. It is standard. It cannot be modified. And for you to copy this formula and for it to apply till 15, row 15, you just come and you, when your cross comes out, you maintain your left click and you drag it down till 15. That is how you calculate you calculate what has been asked. You say they write the formula in the space provided because to compute the number of unit of electricity consumed. There's the number of unit measured consumed is the current reading minus the previous reading. That is the formula, and that is how it's generated automatically. Now B says a formula to compute the unit price of each customer for electricity consumed, given that the price per unit, that means the price per unit of electricity for 1 unit of electricity, the price is 70 francs CFA. If the number of units consumed is less than 110 or 65 francs CFA, write the formula if this in the space provided below. They say the formula. Yeah, this is, since we want to, right, we are now at this level unit price. Now the unit price, the formula to compute the unit price of each customer and for electricity consumed, given that the price per unit, that means if one unit of electricity consumed is 70 francs CFA, if the number of unit consumed is less than 110 or 65 francs CFA, write the formula in the space to calculate the unit price. The unit price, since say 1 unit is 75, you enter the formula, the equal sign, to tell the Excel need to see, or to see that you are entering a formula. Yes, you write this one, since if 1 unit is 70, that means then that number of units, 400 units, will give how many? You see, will give how many? You say this times 70 to have in francs CFA. But they say if the unit is less than 110, you see, if the unit is less than 110, you multiply the unit times 65. There is a formula for that, but if an easy method to do, you analyze. You can do it by analysis. If it is less than 110, you multiply by 65. See, okay, this one, right, enter, because this one, it is more than 110. Oh, another formula you can write, that you write equal sign, say if, write the if function, open the bracket, if this one is greater than or is less than less than 110, then this will be multiplied by 65, or this will be multiplied by 70. See, that's it. Let me explain the formula. Say the if function, if you put the word right there, you write the criteria. You say if your unit is 400, if 400 is lesser than 110, because if it's lesser than 110, you multiply by 65. Say D, if it's less than 10, it multiplies this unit by 65, but it is greater than, it multiplies by 70. That is how I've defined it. Put enter. You see that if you compare this and this, see, it's the same thing. I can just I delete this one. I take this formula here. I copy this formula and I paste it here. See, you paste it here. I could just come here and put D. I highlight this. Come here. I highlight this and come here and I highlight this. Put enter. You see, that means if I drag this formula, you see that it will multiply based on the unit. If I come here, this one is less than 110. You see, it has multiplied. If you take your calculator, it has multiplied this one times 65 to have this one. That is how you have the unit. If you want to enter the formula, you just enter this formula. You can just enter this formula. Use the if function. I think everything is clear. Now that is just what we have been asked. Then if you go at level of C, the C part says a formula to compute bills exchange. Now we are at level of bills excluding. Let me rearrange this one for us to see everything. Before you are going to format as you see on your question or your manual. Then we say bills. We are at level of bills excluding tax. It's a formula to compute bills excluding tax for NAO. Write the formula in the space provided below. Note NB, nota bene, bill excluding tax is number of units consumed multiplied by unit price. They say number of unit consumed. This is the number of unit consumed here. Realize it. Number of unit consumed means what it costs. Number of unit consumed the same times or multiplied by the unit price. This is the unit price. To have the bill excluding tax, the number of unit consumed minus the unit price, then you press enter. It multiplies automatically, and I will copy this formula down till here. Okay, now you enter an F4. Okay, yes, D. Now you're level of D. A formula to compute the tax. Amount level of G4, yes, which is 19.5% of bill excluding tax for electricity. To have the tax amount, come here, which is 19. First of all, highlight this cell. Say 19.5%. 19.5% of times bills excluding tax. This one. Try the enter. It calculates 19.5% times F4, which is the bill excluding tax. From here, you can copy everything.